This is the very first round of the latest tournament in Strasbourg. Welcome back to another casting session with Martin.
Hello. And we have something we don't usually see on this channel, a background.
A background, correct, yeah.
Wilson, not immensely popular.
Not at all, I would say. Maybe like it's played in a Gruul as a Gruul variant.
Yeah.
From time to time, but we also see the Simic pile. On the other side, the cooking food golem chef, also not the most popular deck. Samuel played it twice on cam, I think.
Huh?
We had a series with the cook. Quite a cool deck, in my opinion. I really like it. Also because I'm personally a big fan of Band, the color combination.
Yeah. With the recent increase in white power level, it's definitely not the worst color combination with blue anymore. Which it definitely used to be. Because Zelesnya used to be very bad.
Yeah, that's true. But things like Solitude synergize very well with the Commander.
Yeah.
For example. And yeah, we're directly into it. A couple of dorks on the left side, Wilson on the right. There's Spells Guide.
Yeah.
I don't know if Thibaut on the left side playing Brenard has to be too worried about protecting his commander, apart from counter magic, I think.
And ram through, which we just already saw.
That is true, yeah. But that was not very impactful.
No.
So there is
Kutsil. Pretty impactful card, which forces the Force of Will.
Yeah.
So.
And it went that fast, I didn't even see that the opponent played the Force of Will, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's why it doesn't appear on the right side. I apologize for that.
What also happened is that the guy is stuck with Urza Saga on 2 lands, which is usually pretty bad. And now stuck on 1 land. So let's see.
Although the bear has a couple of good targets.
That's true.
Is there like the... I don't have his list in mind, and I think he doesn't play it, but there is a enchantment for 1 mana, which gives +3/+3, and it also costs equip 1, but the creature doesn't untap during untap step.
Okay.
It's an enchantment from Eldritch Moon, I think.
Okay.
So I think, or maybe it costs more for the equip cost. But I think he doesn't run it.
Okay.
Because in this situation, it would be good to go for that. You have the mana left to equip it, and then you have a 4/4 or 5/5 Wilson, and you can just beat through the Spells Guide and actually have a threat on board.
Soul Spear
is fine too.
Not making it the biggest threat on the board.
That's true. So there's a Brenard and a High Market also joined the table.
Very fun
which is
land.
Quite an impactful card in this deck.
Yeah. Definitely.
So there's a Skull Clamp. He's still stuck on 1 land. That's pretty rough. But Thibaut is also not in the best state. He's drawing more and more lands. Best he can do is turn the Dork and the Spells Guide into 3/3 golems. But it's on either side not very impressive.
Yeah. Very dirtily match until now. Another enchantment. Another equipment. So
I assume he blocked. Or does he block now? He does block now. Okay, yeah. The Llanowar Elf should be exiled, actually. Because the trigger exiles it.
Yeah. But I don't think that will matter.
Me neither. Especially because now it's a bit awkward. Like, you want to play the bird, but you also have to have blue mana.
Yeah.
I've seen Tishana's Tidebinder in Wilson's hand. Bird. Veil of Summer? I'm not sure.
Could be.
Yeah.
He hides the hand again.
I think it's Veil of Summer. Yeah, it's difficult. Another land. And a hit from the cook. And there is actually a first good one.
Yeah.
That's a great target.
Light of Autumn is pretty good here. Getting rid of one of the equipments.
We see an opt. Okay.
Well, that will probably not really change the pace of this game.
I don't think so.
Still pretty bad state for the Wilson player. Bird does not really help.
And now he can sacrifice Knights of Autumn with the high market and go for the Skull Clamp. Which is pretty good.
Yeah. The life gained by the Shadow Spear definitely helped.
Yeah.
But that's quite the damage that's still coming every turn.
Yeah.
So, and 2 lands are not really, is not really the amount of mana you need to make huge comebacks.
Especially in Simic colors.
Yeah.
With a deck that is very much reliant on Wilson being on the board.
Yep.
We see a Surveillant. What a surprise.
Maybe helps increase the card quality here, but
yeah,
just by a little bit usually. So
I mean, it's very interesting since those cards are available. It's almost to any deck an auto include.
Yeah, seems like it at the moment.
For a good reason, I mean.
Yeah.
Fetchable, better scry. Sounds good.
So, Wilson come back.
That's an interesting alteration, by the way.
Yeah.
The Zendika Forest.
I was very confused at the first few minutes of the game, but okay.
So another beat, and there is an interesting creature, something we don't see that often. A Phyrexian Elephant Wizard also. Shoutouts to wizards for these creative
card types.
Yeah.
One artifact.
It kind of reminds me of Vanifa, which is Elf Ooze Wizard.
Yeah.
And then the one I played in Laura was Shark, Lizard, and a third thing I don't recall. So these crazy triple type creatures are interesting. So that's kind of that's kind of an interesting situation here, because there's an Arcane Flight and the opponent targets it towards Spellskite.
And forces the Tidebinder, so instead of stifling the ability from the cook and maybe preventing a bunch of creatures from hitting the board.
So here's the trick. You could even target, you could activate the Spellskite and link the Tidebinder's ability towards Spellskite.
Could you?
Yes, it works in a similar way as with misdirecting a counter spell towards misdirection. But at that state, I think they're not yet aware of that. So the Spellskite has
but
just...
the Tidebinder needs to target an ability, right? Not a permanent.
Yeah, but it's... no, it can like an ability of a permanent.
No, it targets a ability or a spell. It targets an ability. So
and a triggered ability, exactly. Yeah. And you have like you put the target on stack.
Yeah.
You put the ability on spec from Spellskite.
Yeah.
And during resolution, you change the target from the stifle towards the change target, the target change.
Oh. No, but you can only change the target to Spellskite. Change the target of target spell or ability to Spellskite. Maybe it works for some weird reason.
I think it works. I think you can redirect stifle effects towards Spice Guide. We can check it up later.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not sure. It's already a week ago that I edited the cards, but I think there was another interaction with Spellskite. Anyways, the elephant took it home, I think.
Yeah.
Many golems on the field.
Yeah, too many artifacts.
So the Tidebinder didn't do the job in the end. I mean, even if Arcane Flight would have been attached to Wilson, I think a 3/3 flying
does not
make
help
a
against that
big difference. Yeah, not really. So that sounds fine. Yeah, we have a Hatch Maze again. Kind of a slow start.
No dork. Turn to commander.
Sounds good.
Now what matters is what you put on it.
That's true.
What it comes attached with.
So we see quite a good hand against Brenard, to be honest. There is Scavenging Ooze and Endurance.
Yeah.
Both cards that can deny the trigger.
Yep.
And there we see a Stifle and 2 other cards that I cannot identify. That might be a Legolas Quick Reflexes also.
High market on the side of the...
Yeah, exactly.
Band deck.
How's the white card called that does a golem and gives first strike to golems?
Oh, I don't
think it's that card. Yeah, Thibaut's ready to cast an Eladamri's Call, it looks like.
Yeah, that resolves.
So there's the Scoos. Scoos is already scary, I would say.
And also having the ability to use endurance with while being tapped out.
Yeah.
Is very good here. So
there's the Spellskite again. Blade Splicer. Could it be?
Oh, the white creature that makes...
Yeah, the white creature makes a golem, yeah.
Blade
I think it's Blade
Splicer,
Splicer, right? Yeah. It's quite
old,
cool.
modern, Death and Taxes staple.
Right. Remember the good times.
Leonine Arbiter.
Oh, yeah.
With Ghost Quarter. Name a more iconic duo. And we have a Scavenging Ooze on the other side as well.
Yeah.
Does not really help against the opponent's Scavenging Ooze, besides preventing the counters from happening.
So I don't really understand. Okay, there comes the Scoos.
Yeah.
Would have been a bit strange if Thibaut would have left open the remaining mana as a Boseiju. And he casts Endurance.
Ooh, okay.
End of turn, which I'm not quite sure if the Simic player is aware of the fact that Graveyard Hate denies the opponent's ability to make tokens. That's also why he's throwing in his Selfless Spirit quite aggressively. And now we see it is a Legolas Quick Reflexes. So he could have also... No, he could not. I think it targets any creature. And then the opponent can just redirect it to Spellskite again. And there it is, the Blade Splicer. I'm very curious as to what Thibaut is trying to find with the Saga. Maybe a Skull Clamp, and then clamping Dorks and getting them back as 3/3. Probably not too bad.
Well, also like clamping a Blade Splicer, for example, would work. Because that's a 1/1, right?
And here's the interaction. And I think there was a judge call, which is cut out. Not sure if I kept it or not. But I think the way the judge called it here was also that you can redirect the Stifle to Spellskite itself.
That's so weird.
It is super weird.
It's not a valid target, right?
Like not Spells Guide, but like in this. We have to check that. We have to check it out. Or is it in this case? Yeah, it's in this case. The opponent wants to stifle the ETB golem. Or maybe you can do. Can you put it on the stack twice with the Spells Guide? When you activate it twice and then you redirect it. Maybe that's the thing.
But what do you read? How do you can only redirect to Spells Guide? That's what the text says. You can activate ability, obviously, but you cannot. Like you can activate Spells Guide even though the ability, even though Spells Guide is not a legal target, but like just nothing happens.
We'll have to check it up. It's an interesting one. Definitely makes a difference whether or not the golem is on field, I'd say. And it seems that it works somehow.
No, the golem is on the field. He paid 2 life. Nothing happened. That's exactly what I said. Like you can activate the ability, but nothing happens.
Yeah, but he didn't stifle the golem at the end.
What did he stifle though?
He wanted to stifle the golem.
Yeah. But the golem happened, and the Spells Guide player lost 2 life. So, like, the Spells Guide activation is legal.
So you say, okay.
Nothing happens because Spells Guide is not a legal target.
This way. So you do redirect it.
No, you don't redirect it.
But then,
targets are changed.
Yeah, but then the golem shouldn't be on field, right?
Why? Because true. Right. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
But I mean, they had a judge.
But that's okay.
I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
Maybe people will write in the comments of this, and we've discussed for this way too long. But that feels like
maybe Thibaut watches this video and he can explain what the judge said.
Like the ability has no targets, right? So
absolutely.
Maybe stifle MTG.
And then there's the question how the interaction with Tidebinder works. Because we see another Tidebinder in the Wilsons.
Well, that will probably work pretty similar, right?
Probably, yeah.
Right, but the golem is still on field.
So, and to be honest, having the high market again in combination with the Blade Splicer now is quite good. That's quite cool. Bringing another golem and making the Blade Splicer itself a golem, but I think it boosts. Does it boost all the golems? I think it does. Doesn't make any sense. It's a human artificer. Doesn't make any sense to word it as if other golems. So we have the high market. Thibaut decided not to aggressively sacrifice the Splicer. Now the board looks way better. And there's a skull clamp off of the Saga, as expected.
Making the sacrifice of the Blade Splicer a little bit more juicy.
Yeah, definitely. So now he even draws 2 cards. More lands. And there's a Findhorn Elf. More lands and another Arbor Elf. Jesus Christ, he draws a lot of lands. Oh, what do you have there? Safi and a Haywire Might. Interesting. Interesting. You have to respect that board. 5 golems, all of them have first strike. And trample due to Brenard. I'm not quite sure why exactly he does not block with Endurance. Ah, because it's a 5/5. Because that's like a natural 3/3 golem. Yeah. So there's a scale up, which cannot be redirected. Scale up is target a creature you control. No, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And now there's a Tidebinder.
Yeah, played up. Scale up obviously is you control because you can overload it, right? So
yeah, right. So the Tidebinder kind of happens. They deal with it in a similar way as with the Stifle, it seems. And then there's like a weird decision to quick reflex on Spell's Guide, which I don't really understand. But wait, so Thibaut takes it home.
Wait, so so the Spell's Guide on the scale up, which does not work, and then you do the Tidebinder on the
I mean the judge was right next to it. As I said, maybe Thibaut is here and he can explain. Yeah, it is. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.
See you.